guys, so this is part one of what's going to be a two-part series introducing, well, an introduction to, beginner's guide to introversions and inversions, with the proviso right up front that I don't actually know the difference between the two, but they've been widely discussed and videoed on the Facebook Tech Toy group. So hopefully those of you who are all confused on the concept can find somebody there to explain it in more depth to you. But I at least wanted to give some of y'all a 1,000 level course on it, so to speak. So yeah, where we'll begin is with a simple weave, which we can mess with to start getting our body into it a little bit more than usual. The first way we're going to do this is we're going to take this moment where native side hand is coming up over top, right there, to turn the entire body to the other side, right? So it's right there, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. Notice that when we first train to do a weave, we always train to put the poi on the outside of our shoulder when we initiate this move to the other side, right? What we're going to do is we're going to mess with this slightly, and we're going to put that point through our armpit rather than around the outside of the shoulder. Now you'll note the geometry of the move is identical. The poi heads have absolutely no idea that I've changed anything. But it changes the dynamics for my hands somewhat in that it engages my shoulders and arms in a slightly different way. And you'll note, once the poi is finished going through my armpit, it turns the move to the other side of my body, just like it did in the first place. So the next one we're going to take a look at is when non-native hand has been moved over to the other side of the body. It has a rotation where it's waiting for the native hand to come over top to guide it back to the other side. That moment happens right there, on the other side of the body. It happens right there, and right there. Likewise, we can expand out our body slightly to create a cavity for the poi to rotate through when it performs this rotation. And once again, you'll note, aside from a slight distortion in my planes, it's still the exact same 3-beat weave that we know and love. So, thus far, we have taken 2 of the beats of the 3-beat weave. That is, when we're crossing over top and when we're waiting to cross over top to put through a body cavity. So that leaves just one place in the 3-beat weave, and that is that we haven't stuck it through a cavity we're creating with our body. And yes, I know the many jokes that will come out of that. But we haven't yet played with that moment where it crosses over to the other side of the body. Something really peculiar can happen here, and that's that we can actually direct the poi between our arms and get the other poi to follow it. Oops. It feels a little bit like an isolation when we do this. And the keen-eyed among you out there will also realize this is the exact same thing that happens when you do an air wrap that goes across your body. You're just putting the point at which the move pivots at your wrists or elbows rather than mid-poi tether. Cool? So, next video we're going to discuss some of the things that you can do when you start combining these moves together, and it'll be awesome. So tune in, it'll be posted either Thursday or Friday, and yeah, thanks so much for watching, and have yourselves a good week. Peace.